Good afternoon, welcome here inside the Vernon Curling Club for draw number 9 at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. It's a good one here. Team Carey versus Team Hayashi. I'm Jordan Kiss alongside Reese Gamache for this one. Reese, this should be an intriguing matchup here this afternoon.
Well, I know I'm excited. I think it'll be a good one for the fans up here and even online. I think we got a pretty good matchup between the 2019 BC Women's Scotty champions.
BC?
Oh, sorry. National champions, I apologize. And Team Japan here as well.
And of course, Team Chelsea Carey defending Scotty's champions.
Looks like we're starting off offensively right now, so this should be a good end.
Team Hayashi when you throw the center guard, and it's going to be Rochelle Brown now for Team Carey. To play the center guard now. Reese, you're also playing in this event on the men's side for Team Richard. You're the ice expert here. You've played on it. What can some of these curlers expect from the ice conditions here in Vernon?
Well, to be honest with you, it's been consistent all the way. It's been keen right off the bat. So speed-wise, I think it's awesome. We're getting some really good curl throughout the hole on both sides, in and out turn. But it's been holding up really well, which is awesome. I think Dave Merklinger has done an awesome job, and I think we won't be any shortage of curl here, that's for sure. It's like Rochelle slipping to back four here.
Yep, back four, and I've seen from when we started here on Thursday night to now, where teams are putting the broom for a draw. It kind of started in the middle of 8 foot. Now a lot of teams now almost to the edge of it. So the ice has definitely improved as the weekend has gone along.
Oh, couldn't agree more. We're putting edge of 8 for draws in our games, so I agree. Well, coming in real hard here, just a little short. Pretty good spot there. Always good to be buried. Top house.
We are buried.
Now I gotta ask you, as a skip of yourself, of skipping many years successfully, do you find, going into an event like this against the 2019 Scotty champions, how would you play this one, Jordan, if you were Team Japan?
I'd go for it. I think it's a chance to prove yourself. You have nothing to lose here, right? For Team Japan, they are and Team Hayashi, they are 1-3 this weekend. Not likely to make the playoffs, but this is a chance to see what you have. Again, you're going against a national champion here, a team that has had a lot of success at the world stage as well. So give it your best. Do your best shot. See what you can do here.
Looks like Rochelle just hitting the guard a little bit there, but rolling to a good spot. Not looking bad here.
Team Carey 3-1 this week. They lost the first game to Team Richards, but they've rattled off 3 in a row here. Pretty much safe to say a win here will give them a spot in the playoffs. And it's the Team Hayashi second. Carey Ito.
It sounds like the team from Japan here, it looks like they're a new team together. I don't think they have a lot of experience playing together, so I don't know if you agree with me on this one, Jordan, but chemistry plays a long way, especially when you haven't played with some of the same players for a long time.
Yeah, especially at this level. We don't have a lot of background information on this team, so they could have been playing it back in Japan, maybe on maybe the junior level. But in terms of World Curling Tour experience, there's not a lot there. They did play in an event. They played a couple of events in Japan over the summer, so
good. We got Dana looking to play a double here.
Ferguson? If
Looks close.
Is that right?
Looks real close.
And she will get one, but we'll sit there top 12, leaving Team Hayashi here.
Double right back. Just lining up here. Could put her spot. Could make the W and put her rock in a good spot. Might jam on the back 12 or the side 12 there if she rolls it in the right
could
spot.
Definitely
here.
Roll over. I think you'll have to hit that blue one across the face. So again, the easier way to play this one is just off nose on the outside there and you make it.
Yeah, even if you stuff it and roll over there, I mean, it gives something Team Carey to look at, something to play with. You might have to come around on your next and freeze. Just to be throwing some decent weight here, judging by the broom. Sweepers are off this one.
This one just needs to move a little bit for him.
Could be a plan B here.
Yeah, look at the kind of double the other way now. Sitting second and third is Team Hayashi. Carey still sitting the one at the back of the forefoot.
Team Carey here with hammer, of course, winning the draw of the button at the beginning of the practice.
They like their way kind of set up now. They're not too worried about that yellow one over there on the 12 foot. It's just acting as a guard. It's a very difficult raise for Team Hayashi, so they're gonna like to maybe play a hit and roll here. This roll looks like top 8 foot. Don't want to roll all the way towards the middle. Again, you do leave Hayashi with that double again.
Yeah, I agree. Be interesting to see if Hayashi will leave the stone alone or whether she'll play it on her next. This looks pretty good though.
She will get a slight
Oh, sitting
roll.
second.
Yep. Or third.
Oh, third, yeah.
Yes. Carey's sitting 1 and 3. Hayashi is sitting second there at the top 12 foot.
Now, would you personally? I think I like to come around on this one. You agree, Jordan?
I definitely do. I think you could come around, you can freeze, you can come, the top four area. It would be difficult for Team Carey to remove.
Looks like they're thinking about it.
And you are sitting second shot here, so you're not worried about really missing it at the moment. So
you don't ever have to worry about them hitting and burying on your second shot. They'll always roll away.
It looks like they maybe even play a hit here and roll away, which isn't a bad call either. It is a little risky though, because if you don't sit in the rings here, Team Carey's gonna have a hit on that one. They're gonna be able to sit 3. It's the Team Hayashi third, Yako Matsuzawa.
Sweepers are off it right now.
And this one is...
It's close.
It's got to move a long ways for them. This one's got to come across a mile.
Looking for the plan B, I guess. Just a little bit weight there.
Yeah, I think a little too heavy there. Maybe asking for about hack weight on that one. Usually when teams, tap their foot there, usually means hack weight.
This ice is very, playing on it this weekend, the ice is very sensitive to weight. If you're, kind of a little high on your weights and you don't have room for it, it does tend to run actually. We've been fortunate enough ourselves to get lucky on a few of those, but yeah, you definitely got to throw the right weight in this ice, which is great, which is typical.
Yeah, of course. On any ice you play on, you want to throw the right weight.
It's like Rochelle Brown sweeping this one hard. Oh, she's off it. Oh, just gonna...
Sarah Wilkes with the throw.
Might roll in here. Could be...
It will roll up, but it will open up that yellow one there. And now for Team Hayashi, I think now is the time you play that freeze, because you don't have a guard anymore.
I agree. I believe it would be way too late in the end to throw a guard up here. I think you're right. I think you got to freeze to that back one or play the same shot and roll for 2.
Yeah, just roll over. Just in this area over here would be really nice.
Good deal. Yeah. Oh, Sweeper's on this one real hard.
This one, the lines looks a lot better here.
Looks real close.
You can see it's really diving hard towards the center line.
Sweeper's got to go hard on this one. Just going to clip.
Oh, it will sit at the back of the 8-footer, which is still a good spot for Team Hayashi. Of course, if it rolls out there again, Carey has a hit for 4.
Yeah.
Hit to sit 4. So
it's good to throw the right weight there. I think they got a good plan B out of that one. So Carey's going to ignore the second shot there and third and hit the third shot here.
Sarah Wilkes, the third for Team Carey.
Good clean here by Rochelle. It's looking pretty good, Jordan. A little bit low to center here.
And they're rolling, they'll cover their own.
That's a great shot by Sarah there.
Still sitting shot stone. Now we're on to skip rocks here in the first. We're in Vernon, the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic, part of the BC Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. This is a non-BC matchup here. Of course, Carey from Alberta and Hayashi from Japan.
If you're just tuning in now, of course, Chelsea Carey, 2019 Scotties champion, and I believe Worlds. Where did they finish in the medals in the Worlds?
I think it was a fifth place finish.
Fifth place finish.
Yeah, I know they didn't medals. A disappointing Worlds for them in Denmark,
but Chelsea will be back at the Scotties this year as Team Canada, so she's got herself a ticket booked there.
We have the Continental Cup coming up as well. The Canada Cup soon.
Go. So what is she playing here, Jordan? I think
looks like she's playing the double. Gotta be careful if you're wide. You don't want to jam that blue on your yellow at the back 8 for it, but I don't think she will here.
Looks like she's doing a nice control weight. Looks like it's gonna not there. Okay.
We'll hit it straight back. That's all right, but it will leave Team Carey a hit to lie 3 with the hammer.
We're on Chelsea's first here.
It's tempting to play the hit on this one, Reese, isn't it?
Oh, I agree. My first thought is the hit for sure. But I'm like, do you ever come around that yellow one again and then you bring 4 into play? I mean, I guess you give Team Japan the same run back, but...
yeah, and they'll have to stick it perfect.
Because I think if you make the hit here, Jordan, I think Japan's left with the only choice to freeze. Yep. And then you might be kind of in a tricky situation. I actually don't hate coming around. It looks like Chelsea's going to play the freeze to the outside here, or potentially a hack waiter.
Yeah, soft weight hit here.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough call. I mean, early in the end, anytime you got your opponent skip drawing against 3 or 4 is you consider yourself in a good position here. So
you hit this. There's a lot of pressure on Team Hayashi.
You can't see much of it though. This back rock is I'd say about half buried, so it's not a gimme here. She'll have to make a good one. Chelsea's no stranger to making good shots here, so this should be really close, I assume.
Yeah, as you can see very faintly on our camera here on the right, you can't see almost all that yellow one.
No, it looks like really about a half buried to me. That looks good. Sweepers don't look like they're panicking here. Nice clean. Oh, Dana's hard on the sweep here. She's really got to go. She's sweeping hard.
Yeah, looks like it will get by the blue one here, and
good shot. Looks like Chelsea's got it. There you go.
She will sit for second shot, and
decision time now. Looks like she's debating whether to throw the same.
Here. Yeah, definitely. You could come and sit on top. You play the run back. You can even play the hit on this blue one over here and maybe roll behind, and you can probably force Team Carey to 2 that way.
That's what I would play, Jordan, I think, personally. I mean, you never really want to throw against 3, but I don't really like the run back, because if you ever tick that and pick it out,
if
it's a draw for 5.
Yeah.
I think I would hit the back, yeah. I would agree. I think that's...
Even freezing to that one's an option, but that's a difficult freeze.
Yeah,
kind of
that's...
an unknown path that way.
Yeah, and it still brings the draw in for 3. You're not really doing yourself any favors by freezing that personally. I just think you might shrink the scoring range a little bit, but I think you got to hit that and take your 2 and move on to the next end with hammer. Looks like they're putting some decision into this one.
That's an important shot here in the first end. You have that one lonely yellow at the top of the house, so they are going to elect to play around it, come top 4, top button.
I don't mind this. I mean,
if you make it, it's a great shot, and then Chelsea Carey will have a very difficult shot to maybe score 1 or score 2 here.
Agreed. This should be the draw of the path that they were throwing in practice here, so she should have a good idea of what she's got to throw. No shortage of curls, so this should get around the guard quite easily.
Miki Hayashi, the skip of this team, from Sapporo, Japan.
Go early here. Some curling to do here.
Definitely taking his time. Weight looks really close.
That curl looks great.
It's looking really nice here for Team Hayashi.
Oh.
He's trying to
That is
courage
a
it
pistol.
over. That is a great shot by Miki Hayashi. And it's great because I don't think Chelsea can run that yellow one and play the double because they'll jam on this one over here.
I agree. This is why I play Lee Jordan. I don't think I would want to throw that one personally in the first stand against 3, but this is why I don't skip. That's a pistol. That was a great shot. There's pretty tough for Carey to score 1 here. I mean,
yeah, you're gonna. I don't know. It's way out there, but that's there for 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of
like I think it's worth a try. Like the worst you're giving up here is 1.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think that jams all day, right in the back line. Yeah.
Because I think you have to hit it. Oh, they're going to try it.
Chelsea, she can throw the weight, so to be close, I don't see her getting anything better than 1 here.
Well, this could be a steal of 2.
Yeah.
If it, we know the Rock the top 12 could stick in the forefoot, and the one on the button there that Miki just threw jams on this one, then it's a steal of 2 because this blue rock is going to be gone all day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. What a shot by Team Japan, though. Skip for Team Japan.
So last rock here in end number 1 for Chelsea Carey.
So she's bringing the heat. Sweepers are not on it early. Looks like this has got some curling to do. It's close.
They're on it now.
Here we go. What does she got here?
Long? She got 1, 2. Oh,
what a shot.
Chelsea Carey. And it is a score of 5 for Team Carey here. Chelsea coming up big here in end number 1. We'll be right back for the second end action here in Vernon.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You got to see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money. Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Back here inside the Vernon Curling Club is a score of 5 for Team Carey off a great double by Chelsea to get her team off to a great start here. I'm Jordan Kiss, joined alongside Reese Gamash. It's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic, draw number 9 here. 6 other games going on this late afternoon draw. Over on sheet 2, it's Team Coolum versus Team Ebby. On sheet 3 in men's action, Team Gill is taking on Team Longworth. Sheet 4, defending BC Scottish champion Sarah Wark is taking on Brett Richards. Sheet 5 from Russia, it's Alina Kovaleva taking on Carla Thompson. Sheet 6, it's Jim Cotter taking on young junior team Eric Colwell. And on sheet 7, it's Kim Slattery against 2-time Canadian junior and world champion Kelsey Rock.
Well, I think I need to get glasses, Jordan, because I did not see that shot for 5 there.
I don't think
That was a
did.
heck of a shot.
That definitely was. Now, both of us, we've played at this level before. When you give up a 5-ender, what's the mindset right now for Team Hayashi?
You know me personally, I think you just got to chip away. 2-ball is always in the mix because you know Chelsea's going to be fairly defensive here. So, I mean, I think you take your 2 and then you go from there. It's nice to, if you're gonna give up an end like 5, it's always nice to get it right out of the way in the first 10. And I think I think there's still a good chance. Get your deuce here, and then I think you're right back in it. So.
Yeah, of course, 7 ends left to play, and I like how you mentioned chipping away. We saw in our first game this morning, Team Richards was down 6 points after 4 ends to Team Ebby, and they were able to, coming home in the last end, they were down 1 point. So, anything is possible. As Michelle Brown draws her second stone to the top of the 12-foot.
Good lead start, and shaping up here. Looks like Japan's going to juggle some rocks around here, and potentially come with a straight come around here. I even find too, Jordan, myself, when you find yourself in the lead, it's sometimes easy to kind of let your foot off the pedal. I don't know if you feel the same when you're skipping your teams in the days, but you never want to keep your foot off the pedal here. I find you want to keep making sure you're mentally in it all the way.
Yeah,
do you agree on that?
Absolutely.
One?
In that situation too, for Team Hayashi, like we assumed that they were probably going to score 1 here in that end, and then you go from looking like you're going to score 1 to giving up 5. It's definitely a challenge. That's the part of curling that I think a lot of people, don't understand how important the mental game is in curling, especially at this level. It's very, sometimes, the mental game is can be the difference between winning and losing. It's not the shot making. It's how your mind is during the game.
Couldn't agree more. Happened to us last night when we were taking on Team Carter there. We unfortunately underswept a draw there and went from being up 3-1 to tied 2-2, and I can tell you, man, the momentum shifted quite substantially, and the best thing is just keep your head in the game and keep grinding. Anything can happen in curling. That's the beauty about it.
So a hit and roll on top by Team Hayashi, and it's another hit here for Team Carey. So we're on to second rocks.
With the roll out there, can use the corner guard here now.
Yep. Team Hayashi will draw around the corner. Team Hayashi second. Carey Ito. Just looking to come around the corner here.
That looks pretty good here.
Keeper's maybe seeing it's a little up, but the line looks good. Oh, and they maybe lost it at the end. We'll slide into the house. Well, it is buried, and expect to see Chelsea Carey here peel the guard.
Probably see Team Japan throw up a couple corners as well here to keep protecting that shot. Waste away some rocks.
Dana Ferguson. And she will make the peel. Michelle Brown will do her best to sweep it out, and
makes it look easy. Wish I could sweep like Rochelle. So Team Japan is electing to split the rings early here.
would you consider maybe throwing another corner guard here, Reese?
Personally, I would, yeah. I think leaving 4 or 5 rocks to make doubles is never really a good case, but if she gets the good roll here, it's not the wrong call.
And of course, with splitting this early, you're going to have to make every shot perfect for the rest of the game. If you miss, then your 2-ender is gone.
Yeah. It's not throwing a lot of weight here.
Yeah, this one's a little tight. You can see it's on the center line.
She's really going hard on this one. Can they hold it here? Looks like they're going to nose it. Oh, no.
Oh, they're going to roll out. Team Carey will play the open hit here, and most likely going towards the blank end, and
regroup and set up for N3. Still a little bit of fresh ice on some of these spots, so you're still kind of working out some of the paths. She might have been caught in a little bit of a fresh stuff there and over curled, but even if she knows this, Chelsea knows this, so you could still use this as a guard too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you really want to, for Team Hayashi.
Doesn't look like they're going to do that. I guess it is fourth or third rocks here.
Yeah, rocks. Like again.
Oh,
yeah.
She's changing her mind now.
Down 5. Why not?
Yeah, like I said, you scored a deuce earlier. You got really nothing to lose coming around this.
I mean, the great news is that it is towards the wing, so if things does go sideways, you should have the forefoot still to draw to for your single point.
Exactly. Sweepers are on this, looking to make it curl, it looks like.
Yeah, she's got a long ways to go. Still got to cross the center line.
Even if she's back house, that's good. I mean, Chelsea knows it. You got something to freeze to on your next. She'll probably pick it out, I imagine.
Yeah, the good goal there will be to hit roll out. They will come to the top of the 8 foot.
So Chelsea will stick around.
Sarah Wilkes.
Looks like heavy clean.
Sweepers have backed off of this one.
So she's gonna.
She will hit there right on the nose, sitting in the 8 foot.
No, not angry about freezing that pocket, actually.
No, if you can make it. You gotta be very careful with it. So maybe even tapping it back and maybe something to freeze to on your next shot.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I like that too.
Well, that's a good call. And if you tap it nose, it's very difficult for Chelsea to get to the inside of it, and she has to hit it perfect to remove that yellow one. Then
Just we were drawing her first one here, so she'll be close here.
it's a little more weight this time. Here on the women's side, 17 teams. They are split into 3 pools. Top team in each pool will receive a spot in the playoffs. Well, the final 3 spots will be decided by best record, and if there's any ties there, it'll be the last stone draw will be the tiebreaker.
She threw the right weight there. Looks like just a little bit of a over curl. Or under curl, I believe, actually. I think she probably wanted to get a little bit more to the nose there.
So it looks like Chelsea's just trying to hit this one on the nose. That way Team Hayashi can't play the freeze. Chelsea Carey's played in this event many times. Her best finish was 2nd. Losing 2014, if I'm not mistaken, losing to Stephanie Lawton in the final. And it's also their 2nd event on the season. Played in the Booster Juice Shootout just a few weeks ago in Edmonton. Finishing 2nd in that one as well, losing to Carey Einerson in the final. This one's a little wide. She will hit the yellow and roll out, but a chance to freeze here for Team Hayashi.
She's still in play. Here we go.
Yep. Still a possibility. Gotta make this one really good. You gotta get as close to nose as you can on this blue one here.
Yep. Definitely like to be shot here.
I think even if you kind of sit in the 8 foot here, it's gonna be very difficult to remove it even with the run back.
Absolutely. Out in a different path too, so it forces Chelsea to make that run back. Be kind of new territory for her. I mean, she definitely made the run back on her first in the first end, but a little bit of a different path.
Yeah, we've seen in some of the earlier games on this sheet that kind of hit Over on this side's curling a lot more than what teams expect. I've seen a lot of rocks over curl and just completely missed them. So we'll have to wait and see what Chelsea does if Team Hayashi makes this shot.
Sweeper's off and on. It's always a good sign.
This one's very close to the blue one. They're on it for line right now.
Just a bit of an over curl. Looks like weight was perfect.
Yeah,
just
she
a
had the
little
weight.
bit of a curl there.
Now for Team Carey. Your last rock. You're gonna force to one here. It's safe to say that Team Hayashi will have a draw, or were you maybe considering rolling in and maybe really kind of block off the draw path a little bit here?
I kind of like nosing it, personally. I mean, if you get a little bit rolled the inside's great. Forces Team Japan to throw a little bit of a different draw, which ultimately in the game of curling, you love to make sure you don't have your same player throwing the same shot twice. So looks like Chelsea's looking to roll away, if I saw correctly when they were tapping the broom there.
Yeah, roll behind. Just hit it. I think that's the main goal here. Just make the yellow one go away. That's always goal number one on the takeout.
Yeah. Just bring their weight down here. A little bit more controllable. Sweeper friendly. Michelle Brown, just such good technique on her sweep. All the way up on her toes on the broom there. Looks like she elected to throw it, rolled away a little bit here. So a nice cool draw to the full 8 foot.
Yep.
Should be enough for your one.
Full 8 foot for a single point for Team Hayashi here in end number 2. And Miki here has had her draw weight so far. Made a great one on her last shot in end number 1. Had the right weight on her last one as well, so looking to do the same here.
Never ideal to get forced after giving up an end here, but getting on the board is always key. Just look like they're on this one all the way here.
Really gotta go on this one.
Can they get it there? All 3 of them are out there. Looks like they're dragging it.
And it will come up short, and it'll be a steal of 2 for Team Carey here in the second end. They'll take a 7-0 lead, heading into end number 3 coming up right after this. Back here inside the Vernon Curling Club, I'm Jordan Kiss alongside Reese Gamache. It's the draw number 9 here at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. A 7-0 lead for Team Carey here as we get set for the third end. Just an update on the other games going on right now. 6 other games going on in this late afternoon draw. Over on sheet 2, Team Coulomb has a 2-0 lead over Team Ebby. Sheet 3 on the men's side, Sean Giel up 2-1 over Team Longworth. Sheet 4, Brett Richards is up 1-0 over Sarah Work. And sheet 5, Team Kovaleva of Russia It's taking on Team Thompson. And Thompson is up 1 as they play 2. Sheet 6, Jim Carter holds a 2-0 lead over Eric Caldwell. And Sheet 7, it's Kim Slivery up 1-0 in the second over Kelsey Rock.
Back on our feature game here, we got your typical setup. Rock, top 4, top 8, and the corner guard. I imagine Japan will likely either do the double guard on one side or split the sides. It's basically a situation here where you're probably going all out as far as getting your deuce here, so you should see a lot of rocks in play. Unless Chelsea Carey has something to say about that, but I believe Japan will probably be throwing up at least 2 or 3 guards, I imagine.
Yeah, it's safe to say they'll throw one more corner guard.
Yeah. Looks like they're electing to play a little bit of a tap on Rochelle's first rock here. Get a little closer forefoot, looks pretty darn good. It's a good shot, good setup.
Tap it up right to the 4 foot. And for Team Hayashi, allow me a chance to hit a roll. Maybe Reese here just play the straight draw instead.
I personally would. I think I would throw a corner here, another guard. Never know what can happen. Moving rocks in play is not bad. Anything in the back 12 foot's good, but I do personally think it's a little early to go in there. But
yeah, just push it behind the T9, kind of create a wall for yourself.
yeah. Luckily, to this new 5 rock rule, kind of gives you opportunity to always get back into games here, whether it's 7-0, 4-1 kind of thing. You can always see 3 balls in play all the time here, especially when the team's up so big. They tend to be a little bit more defensive and usually leave you a big shot every once in a while for a big end. So looks like Japan is electing to hit and roll here.
And they're a little partially buried behind their corner, but it is open for Dana Ferguson here. Definitely see enough of it to get it out. And gotta be careful not to hit the guard. As, if the guard is removed from play, they will have to put it back.
Dana being a lefty, she'll see a little bit less than some of the righties out there, but shouldn't be a problem for her.
She will hit the yellow and roll out.
If you're just tuning in here, you may see the score at 7-0 there, but don't be fooled that Chelsea Carey had to make an unbelievable run back in the first end there to get her 5.
Yeah, no, Team Hayashi had a great end in end number 1. They haven't played bad at all this game so far. Just the one shot by Chelsea in one's really affected the way this game has turned out so far.
This one's pretty good. Looking to elect to play the come around, I believe.
It looks a little heavy.
Grind in there with the curl. He's going to slip through the house here.
And will go through, and Chelsea will walk on out to the free guard zone and ask Dana for the peel.
So make that routine there. Nice, easy. Throw. Those, watching curling here, I know most probably tuning in are probably curlers themselves, but for those who maybe not so much into the curling scene but love to watch it, what makes a team so good here, and I think you would agree, Jordan, everybody thinks maybe, throw 4 skips together and they'll win everything, but I think you really got to build yourself a good front end, solid back end, and Team Carey has done that. I know she's made a couple changes in her lineup, but I think she's got a pretty darn solid team here all the way from lead to skip.
Yeah, but I also mentioned getting 4 skips together. You can't forget last season with Team Irison. You had Val Sweden on that team, Shannon Burchard, and Brianne Mayer on that team. All 4 skips coming together, and they had a great season on the tour. And they won a lot of events. I think won a Grand Slam even. But again, just couldn't come up there in the provincials. But again, it is a team game here.
That's true. They did have a good season. Yeah,
Yep.
You're right.
But it is a team game. Everybody has an equal responsibility, a one team, an equal role. You can't be successful with 3 people, you know. So.
I agree. Actually, Sarah coming back to the scene too. I haven't seen Wilkes in a while. I believe she did some sparring throughout the earlier years and some teams, but she's found herself a nice spot on Team Carey as 3rd, and she throws a really good rock and very very key part to their win last year at the Scotties.
And going back to that, that team aspect of everything, each person on the team has a role. There's always, maybe one person's the devil's advocate thing, always maybe question just make sure things are right. Some person, one person's the one just making sure all heads are cool and even when things go bad and stuff like that. So it's a well-oiled machine to be a good curling team, and it takes a lot of work off the ice to do that.
Couldn't agree more.
A little pocket here for Team Hayashi to draw to.
If she can get it in there good, it's going to be tough to remove here.
Just want to get it to the inside of this one. And
what's going on this one?
and the weight looks great. But the line just a little wide. We'll count to the top 12. Right now for Team Hayashi, just hoping for a Team Carey miss. The team at their level, chances are very slim that will happen.
Try my chances at the lottery. And
Yeah.
hoping for them to miss it.
And missing an open here, you don't see it too often. But like you said before, anything is possible in curling.
Yeah. It's been good too. I think we've only seen one pick in our games that we've been playing, and we're up to 3 games now.
Yeah, I haven't seen any picks on this sheet. This is, of course, our 9th game so far this weekend. And the yellow one will jam at the back, though. And I believe it's in, so maybe still a chance here for a 2 for Team Hayashi.
Just got a little bit of work. What are we on? 3rd's last here, so she will have to.
You're going to have to remove all those blue stones if you want to bring that one into play, but you do have one top 12 and a chance to use it as a guard here, Reese.
I rejoin. Yeah, she gets a good tap on this one and gets the angle right. That's going to be a pretty tough stone to remove. Best Chelsea you could probably do is pick it clean, and then you'll have maybe a little bumper freeze on your next.
Yaka Matsuzawa, and 3rd for Team Hayashi.
Team Japan, though, all have great technical slides and great sweeping. The skill's all there. The technical is definitely all there for sure. I think, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, a little bit more chemistry and feeling each other out as a team. This one's looking pretty good, though, Jordan.
This is
A little tap
looking
here.
really nice, and we'll sit there in the pocket and.
Good spot. Chelsea will probably be able to peel that one out, but she won't be able to do it without, of course, losing her.
Yeah, that blue one that's on will have to be removed for the yellow to go. Carey can definitely throw enough weight.
Oh yeah.
She's maybe looking to play a guard on this one instead, because
Switching it up. Interesting.
and change it up. She realizes that she's sitting quite nice right now, I feel, and she's sitting 2. Because right now, if Team Hayashi plays a hit on their yellow, they won't be sitting shot rock. So
Correct. Yeah. One of those scenarios where you kind of let the other team make the shot that they think you're gonna make. A little reverse roll here. But I like the guard. I like capping it. Yeah, you're right. It's pretty tough to get in there for shot.
And that's also good to adjust your strategy based on the situation. Team Carey up 7 here. They're going to want less rocks and playing better. But like I said, she recognizes an opportunity to maybe play a little more aggressive here. And they're going to capitalize on it.
We're off this one right now. This could be Chelsea's first draw, I think, this game so far.
She's got a lot of hits, and
this is going to stop well short, but maybe something for Team Japan here to run back. At least at second, and hope for something on her last.
yeah, it's going to be very difficult to score 2 here. I think because you have to play this shot now.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You do. But I think your yellow is just going to maybe roll a little bit over here, and then again, Chelsea's going to block it up. You're going to have a draw for 1.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting situation right now for Team Hayashi.
Definitely, I like to put a little bit of thought, which is good. Really looking at her angles here. Definitely don't think there is any way of getting a shot here at all. I don't think. Looks like she's.
This rock is safe for sure. That's you can't hit that one right now. So look like they're just playing the tap, just to tap this blue one to back the 4-foot.
Did you ever play kind of 3/4 thick on that top blue one? Roll your shot in there and sit 1 1/3 and play on the top one there. Did you ever play that?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Not a fan of bumping this blue one because you might just leave it in a fairly good spot for Chelsea to just run back.
Yeah, but even if you don't throw enough weight, it's you bump it, just to the pin, and Chelsea blocks it up, then you don't have a draw for it. Because right now the way it sits, if it's like this was your last shot, you still have a draw to the side of the button to score here. Like if you don't bump it up hard enough, you're not going to be able to score here. So weight and line very crucial in this shot.
Troopers on this one.
Line's looking good.
Looks like they are going to make contact.
Maybe we'll bump it out. I like the way that's set up. That's the angles are nice now because that yellow one will now go right into the blue in the 4-foot.
Those are good. Yeah, that's actually not a bad shot, Jordan. I think
still won't be able to get your 2, but at least gives you an option. So if Chelsea blocks it up, now you have more room to draw.
Team Japan will definitely have at least a shot on her last, whether it's a run or a draw. So I think mission accomplished there. Angles are really good for her.
Okay, anything if you're Chelsea Carey, you corner freeze this one.
Yeah.
Blocks the draw, or makes it a little harder because so that Miki's got to hit the side of the button.
That wouldn't be a bad shot, John. That's for sure. A lot of room here for not for error, but a lot of she's got a lot of good spots she can put this in here. Well, she'll take away 90% of the shot Team Japan will have, but.
Last shot for Team Carey here in end number 3.
On this one, looks like line weight looks pretty good here. I think Team Japan here will probably have just a draw on the cold side of the 4-foot for their 1.
Yeah, looks like you could do that. That is the call here.
It's tough to see the button on the sheet, but she definitely has.
Yeah,
she has most of it.
Yep, she just needs to hit the button to score her 1 here. She made a shot similar to this one in the first end, kind of the same path almost.
Yeah, looks close.
They know the line, they know the weight here.
For last here. Pretty close to it. Looks like weight. Looks a little hot. Oh. Looks like this is going to slide past.
And it will be a steal of 1 for Team Carey here in 3. They'll take an 8-0 lead heading into the 4th end here in Vernon. Back here inside the Vernon Curling Club, it's the Prestige Hotels and Resort Curling Classic, part of the BC Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance, where Curl BC members can benefit from a discount on car, home, condo, and tenant insurance on top of any other savings, discounts, and benefits you are already eligible for. When you do call Bel Air Direct, mention you are a Curl BC member for your exclusive premium. We also like to thank Via Sport and the government of BC for supporting all events on the BC Curling Tour this year through hosting the BC. And thank you to them for making the stream possible. Throwing a kiss with Reese Gamache as we're in the 4th end here between Team Carey and Team Hayashi. It is the BC Curling Tour here, Reese, and critical points up for grabs for all BC teams in this event as I believe the top team on the the BC Tour will receive an automatic spot in provincials.
So too, yeah, I believe. Is it just the one for the for the BC Tour?
I should know this, but I don't remember.
I actually don't know. I know on the men's side they have 2, but
it's probably 2 then.
Yeah.
So
but you're right. Yeah. Sarah Work, of course, getting the bye for her provincial win last year, so there'll be 7 more spots available.
Yep, on the women's side. Now, as a player, how important is it to have that automatic spot in provincials and not have to go through the play down process?
It's honestly it's definitely a lot of stress off your back for sure. I know, no matter how much you practice or how confident you may be going into that event, you always got to play your best regardless, and you're playing generally against a lot of teams that you don't see on the tour, which different strategies, different kind of gameplay. So it's tough, but getting that free bye is always nice, and I think it pays a lot of toll to how you take the season approach.
Yep, of course. Also, CTRS points up for grabs that this is a World Curling Tour event. So again, you hear BC, I believe the top team with the most CTRS points that hasn't qualified through the BC Curling Tour will also receive a spot in provincials.
Okay. And let's not forget the green, the money. There's what is first place for this tournament? I believe they're up to $5 or $6 grand.
I believe it's 7,000 for first place on the women's, so a lot of money. It looks like
could buy a lot of Bell Direct insurance with that money.
Yes, a lot of insurance from Bel Air Direct.
I know I should have thought about that Curl BC promotion. I didn't even think about that.
It's never too late.
But our future game here, of course, consisting of 2 non-BC teams, but they, of course, too, are fighting for that CRT points.
Yeah.
Chelsea Carey, of course, I believe this is the first year for the cycle, right? So all this will go for the Olympic trial kind of run?
I believe so, yeah. So these points can be used, again, qualify for Grand Slams. Of course, used to qualify for the Olympic trials, which is always #1 on every team's list, especially Team Carey, who finished second in the last trials, losing to Rachel Holman. So
I'm sure she won't like you reminding her of that one. But absolutely, yeah. And that's the thing too about curling as well. I mean, it's week in, week out, but it's also yearly at this point
yes,
now.
Yeah, it really is a year-round process for the teams. There's a lot more summer events happening. It's a shorter off season.
Yes.
Season's gone a lot longer. You see now the season started from August, ending in May, usually with the Champions Cup.
Mm-hmm. And even on the BC Tour here, which has been great for local curlers like myself, who are, trying to fight for the Brier, of course, but just happy enough to play in competitive curling. Is they have a lot more tours now, a lot more events.
Yeah, and there's a lot more money being brought into it as well.
Yeah. It's really enjoyable to play. Looks like this end's actually got a little bit of guards to play here, so Team Japan here will have some rocks to work with.
Yeah, I mean, Team Carey being up 8 here, well, maybe a chance to, I don't want to say practice, but a little more comfortable throwing some guards and draws here, knowing that, if Team Hayashi does score 2 or 3 here, you're still up big with the hammers.
Yeah, looks like Chelsea's totally switching the gears here and going straight offense.
Yeah, especially now. She's sitting too nicely in the forefoot there, so.
Yeah, that's why they say leads are sometimes the most important position on the job, huh?
They are. The leads are definitely the most underrated a player on a curling team. You'll see in a lot of, sometimes just league teams, beer league teams, usually the new person's the one throwing lead.
Yeah.
But at this level, the leads, as you would know, Reese, are the leads help you set up an end, and if your leads don't make your shot, your end plan can't come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. It sets the tone of how you're going to play the end as well. If you're hoping to steal and you come in the house right off your first one, then you've already kind of changed the pace of how the end goes.
So looks like Team Hayashi looking for a double peel here.
She's got one buried for herself here, so I mean she can make a little bit of granite move here and maybe roll her rock into a usable position for their next. It's a nice thing about curling though is, an end could look scary at first and then 2 rocks later and you go from looking at 4 to sitting 4. That's one of the crazy things about curling. I'm sure you've had to draw against 6 a few times in your day as a skip,
Made a couple of them, didn't make most of them, I don't think.
This looks pretty good, Joanne. Looks like she's going to make some granite move.
So,
okay.
Our move 2.
She does open it up. I don't think...
Yeah, but Chelsea Carey's going to throw another guard. But
I wonder if that combo on the right side there, where does that go?
I think it'll go right in the top one here, hit on the low side. Something to think about if you have to use it.
I'm not an angle guy, unfortunately. This is why I do play lead. There's not a lot of angles in throwing a guard and a come around, but
Jesus.
I guess our fellow teammate from Teamwork must be very religious. Carly Sandworth there. Looks like Chelsea Carey's putting up a good guard here again. Come a little deep here.
We'll overcurl a bit, leaving those 2 blues open, so maybe a chance to hit and roll to the right here for Team
Absolutely.
Hayashi. Or,
looks like
chance to do, there's a triple, maybe even quad here, I think.
There's a very good chance, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you hit this blue one on this side here, I think all of these blues could disappear.
I'm going to trust you when you say that because I did not see the run-in one, so I believe you. I think there's a good chance here that they can...
So this one will come a little wide. Now we do have a question here. Of course, you can chime in on our chat here on our last stream. This comes from Ian. Quick question. So I threw some rocks today at my club, and after curling for a year, I am making shots on account of my technicals, but took a few takes to call the right ice. Any tips?
Well, personally, I think, as everybody knows, the ice does change occasionally from rink to rink, so that could always play a factor. If I'm reading the question right, you can also take away too as well, just a little bit on the release as well. Some ice is a little bit more sensitive on release, Ian, but I think the key is just to keep throwing it the same way, and eventually you'll kind of find the sweet spot of where you got to put the broom. I personally, I know, after curling for a couple of years, sometimes you do, if I could say a veteran move, change your release a little bit. Sometimes if you know you're a little inside, a little outside, ideally you don't want to be doing that at beginning level, but I don't know, Jordan, what do you think? I think personally just keep having a consistent release and throwing it the same way. And
Yeah, you throw it the same way because you can always adjust the ice based on your release, and that's up to your skip. You'll see, like, not everybody throws the rock the same way. Some people might turn it in early. That's just how they do it.
Yeah.
So again, it's a little bit of both. If you have a certain release, any what am I trying to say here? Again, like if, say you always turn it in on an intern or something like that, and your skip knows that he can adjust the ice for your shot to give you maybe a little more.
Yeah. So
it goes a little bit of both ways there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Ian, if I answer your question there, my friend, really I think it's just keep throwing it consistently the same way. Ice does change from game to game. It's really tough to get those good ice makers out there that can make ice the same way, which in BC here we actually do have a lot of really good ice makers that can do that consistently day in and day out, but it's kind of a team thing as well too. Everybody sees how the ice is reacting, and then you kind of adjust your broom to that. So it sounds like you're making some shots, or you're well ahead of me already. So I think keep practicing and just keep finding something that works for you as far as release, and the rest will come.
Thank you for your question, Ian. Hopefully we answered that for you. So back to our game here. Team Carey sitting 2, 4 foot in the 8 foot. Team Hayashi comes out and left here, so maybe hit and roll here for Team Carey. Maybe just draw in, because this broom looks like it's right on the rocks. There's not a lot of ice here for a hit.
Yeah, slightly in the way there. It looks like she probably is throwing or she could be throwing peel with her intern, very very potentially here. Here's a debate question for you, Jordan. Hardest woman thrower in Canada right now, Rachel Holman or Chelsea Carey?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That is, yeah, both of them can throw the big weight really well. So we saw Chelsea earlier in this first end, yeah.
I'm sure there's a couple other ones in there in the mix too.
Yeah, there's a couple in the mix. It's tough to tell here.
Oh,
great shot by
there
Chelsea.
You go. Almost a Mark Nichols-like shot there. If you remember against Team USA when Mark Nichols made a in off his own to make the double. But yeah, Chelsea throws that hard weight really well.
She's throwing it really well here today.
Even if I'm being a little biased as well too, I've had the privilege to play with Sarah Work and mix in my career, and she can throw quite a lot of weight herself as well too. I know in the Scotties there last year, there was a couple times where she had to use that ability, and it worked out really well. So we're getting down to our last skip rocks here, so it looks like she's drawing here to the side button, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's her first rock. First skip rock for Team Hayashi. There's these rocks here on the scoreboard recently here you can see.
I thought those were just there for show. So it looks like she's going to come around with her first, sorry.
Yeah. I think it looks like they're maybe playing the freeze on this blue one here. That's where they're tapping the brooms.
Yeah, okay. A little bit of a setup shot here. You gotta hand it to Team Japan too. You know, making all the traveling out here to BC to curl on this ice and curl against all these Canadian teams.
Yeah, a lot of international flair on both the men's and women's side. Of course, you have Alina Kovaleva from Russia. She's here. Daniela Jentsch, who's the German national women's team is here. And on the men's side, Morozumi is here from Japan.
Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Russia was the defending champs for this tournament, right? Defending their title.
Yep, Kovaleva won this event last year. And this event has always brought in some of the best teams, from all over the world. You have teams like Rachel Homan here, Anna Sidorova from Russia, you got Kevin Cooey, and
yeah, I remember my first time ever playing at this event, first game in juniors against Kevin Cooey. Don't like to brag, we made it to 4 ends. So. But yeah, this event brings out a lot of good teams, and just actually talking around some of the other tour events, it sounds like we're gonna have some good international flair at our other spiels too, which is awesome.
Yep, next weekend in Abbotsford.
Yeah.
I believe it's a different Japanese team there on the men's side.
Correct. So the insider trade, I think we have that team first in our open air in Abbotsford.
Of course, we'll be there next week as well in Abbotsford, live streaming of the games on the third event of the BC Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. And for Chelsea Carey here, just a guard.
He's still putting the pressure on too. Chelsea's she's still going all offense.
Looking to get off a little early here. Went to the bar a little early.
Yeah. From Alberta, you expect them to probably have the biggest tab. Well, looks like she's going for the
angle
raise here.
Yep, for 1 against 3. This is the only shot you have for Team Hayashi.
And did we find out, is this a junior team from Japan here, or is this a ladies team? Didn't actually get a chance to check.
I don't know. They do look quite young though.
Yes. But then again too, a lot of these junior kids look older than me, so you never know these days.
And of course, the junior tour going on their second event next weekend as well at the Golden Years Winter Club in Maple Ridge, and they'll be up here at the Rick Carter Memorial in a few weeks.
Okay, I remember playing in that a few times.
Always a good time here in Vernon, whether you're a junior or men's or women's. The Curling Club does a great job of hosting these events. We'd like to thank Dave Merkler and the Vernon Curling Club for doing a great job this weekend. As this one is looking close for Team Hayashi, and it'll just hit the nose, and it'll be a steal of 3.
You kind of almost hope for them to make one of them.
Yes,
those ones.
it's unfortunate. Chelsea Carey will be up 11 as they look like going to end number 5. We'll be back right after this.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You got to see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money. Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Back here inside the Vernon Club while we were on break, Team Hayashi did shake, so Team Carey will pick up the victory. And now, bear with us here as we are going to slowly move over to Sheet 2. And that'll be Team Heavy versus Team Cologne. So we'll be, bear with us, we'll play a couple more commercials here, and then we'll have Sheet 2 action here with you as soon as we can.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ. Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh, I'm saving money. Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Thank you for bearing with us here. Jordan Kiss and Reese Gamache with you now. Joining you live on Sheet 2. It's Team Ebby versus Team Coulomb. Coulomb has the 5-4 lead as they're Blue Rocks here in the fifth end. Team Ebby does have the hammer here in 5. As we are on Skip Rocks. This is the first for Team Ebby.
I believe they're the Vernon favorites, if I'm not mistaken. Are they low?
Yeah, they are from here in Vernon.
And I believe Team Coulomb is a little spread out.
Yeah, a little spread out. Mariah and Madison are from the island. Casey Freeman from Lower Mainland, and Sierra Fisher, who's filling in for this team this week, is your spare.
I believe she's an interior girl.
Yep, she's from the Okanagan, Kamloops, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. Yes.
So my sister Sam played many years with Corinne Brown, won a
Yeah.
Canadian Junior Championship.
Yeah. And I think a bronze medal on top of that as well too with the national as well.
Yeah. I believe Sarah's played at the Canada Winter Games, if I'm not mistaken. So it's the last rock for Mariah Coulomb. Without the hammer here in 5.
Looking to play a tap, I believe, on that blue one there.
Yeah, it looks like it, as the front of the house is blocked off.
Supers are not on this one. Looks to be floating a little bit here. Might be tapping in the yellow here, and it looks like that's the
wide, and
case.
she's going to tap up the yellow one. And big mistake there for Mariah Coulomb. And it's going to be a shot for 2 here for Team Ebby.
Played on sheet 2 here earlier in the tournament. Kind of found actually this one to be the straightest so far that we played on in the week, but still good curl. Speed's been awesome. I think we're getting close to 15 seconds hog to hog for those who are familiar with curling terms.
Morgan Ebby defeated Team Richards earlier this morning. They're sitting at 2-2. Needs a win here to have a hope of making the playoffs.
It's good to see an old friend back curling as well too there, Randy Ludwire. Remember her from my high school provincial days.
And she will go wild on everything, and I think it's just a score of 1, or
I believe so.
score of 1 for here for Team Ebby, and we'll come back with 6-sound action right after this. Back inside the Vernon Curling Club, it's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. Jordan Kiss with you alongside Reese Gamache. Now over on our second game here, it's Team Ebby versus Team Coulomb. Team Coulomb with the hammer here in end number 6. There's an update on the other games going on right now. Over on sheet 3, Sean Gill has a 3-1 lead over Team Longworth. Sheet 4, very big game. There's some playoff implications on the line. It's Team Richards up 2-1 over Sarah Wark. Sheet 4, Alina Kovaleva, Russia up 6-1 over 6-2, over Carla Thompson. Sheet 6, Team Cotter is up 5-1 over Team Caldwell. And I believe on sheet 7, it's Rock up 3-2. Yep, 3-2 over Team Slattery's. They play 5.
That kind of feature game here, starting off with a perfect center guard by the lead for Team Ebby.
Melissa Webster.
Casey Freeman elected to come around, top 4 foot.
Team Coulomb looking for their first win here.
as well too, similar to Team Japan here. I believe Team Kulam is brand new this year, so
Yeah, whole new team. They've never played together before. Kayla Graham, I believe, is the other member of this team who is here this weekend but not playing.
and I think if I'm not mistaken, actually, I think second is from Alberta originally, and they might actually have another player from Ontario, I think too. I think it's Megan Chambers, I believe.
Oh yeah, it's Megan Chambers.
Yeah.
I said Kayla, didn't
Yeah.
I? Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
Megan.
think Megan Chambers is from Toronto there.
She is here this weekend but isn't playing.
I believe she's out with an injury currently right now.
When I talked to her today, I didn't ask. But,
So Team Abby here electing to come around. 6N's always a big one here, especially in 8N games. Always want to try and score for us here. Well,
for Team Kulam, right now you outnumber the Hammers 2-1 right now over Team Abbey. So you want to score here, force in 7, and have the Hammer coming home. But
perfect come around there.
Perfect come around.
This is actually a debate we had in our game yesterday. Is forcing or blanking in 6 better in an 8M game? What do you think, Jordan?
I think it's all on preference. I think you would love to score in 6, and you want to get your 2, and like say in a tie scenario here, playing the 6th end, you would love to score a 2, and then you force to 1 in a 7, and then have the Hammer coming home up 1. But even the blank here in 6 is an okay result.
Yeah.
And then maybe you try to blank 7 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we were in a prediction where we thought, blanking is better than giving them a shot for 1, a wide open shot kind of 1 idea. Because if you force in 7 and take it 2 and 8, you're laughing all the way to the bank.
There's no wrong way to go about it. Again, it's just a matter of what you feel comfortable doing or how you like to play your game. So everybody's a little different.
Agreed. Yeah, definitely. That's what makes curling fun. Is every team's got their kind of ideas. I mean, there's statistics and stats out there of what's best, but I think everybody kind of does what their team likes, and I agree. So right now it's looking pretty good here for Team Ebby. Got a couple guards here, top 4 foot, looking to come around here with their next. Which makes a good one here. It's going to be cleaning up pretty soon here for Team Kaloum.
On to second rocks here and end. Number 6 is this one will
Just a little tight.
hit the guard.
Alright, not the worst. It's a spot. What's a rock in a usable spot here? I imagine she must be able to see some of it if you're looking to get at it. Nope.
Yeah, it looks like it is straight back here. It's a little harder right now to tell kind of the line and the angles right now from where our camera is positioned, but
Looks like a nose hit should pick it, eh? Clean, you think?
yeah, nose should go right back on it. Looks like those the yellow and the blue one there lined up.
Well, it looks like Fisher will show us right now. Swoopers on hard here. It could be close. Looks like they're going to.
It will hit the other one. It'll jam
Sure.
there, but it would open up the middle.
Not bad. She's got a couple corner guards to work with and a rock in the 8 foot. It's one of those scenarios where we were chatting earlier about looking like you're against 2 to all of a sudden have a chance for 2, so this could potentially be here.
So, Maybe and Christina Little are just looking to put a guard up front.
Look like they're guiding this one in here. Looks like the line is close. She got the center here. Good shot.
Great shot.
Good spot there.
Double peel here for Team Kulam.
Where this yellow goes, yellow may potentially hit that other corner there on the right.
Yeah, it could even spill into the 12 foot on the right side.
She's on this one. So what she comes here. Looks like it's going to be a nose, but she might pick it.
Yeah, it'll roll open. Looks like that yellow one there on the right is open. In the 8-foot there. A chance to play the come around for Team Ebby. Draw to third rocks here in the 6th.
Randy here with her first. Who's on this one? Looks like it might have caught a little bit of curl here, and she's gonna get it by. Yeah, there you go. Good shot there.
Ball comes to rest on the top of the 8-foot now. Sitting 2. And again, a straight run back here for Team Coolum. It's Madison Marlowe.
Let's make the double here.
Yeah,
Is that wishful thinking?
I think that's something you don't try. You kind of just hope you make without even calling it. She really hit on the nose and will sit there. A great shot by Madison, but this still Team Ebby sitting 1 there on the right.
It's gonna be a tough rock to deal with, though. What do you do in this situation?
Buried.
Around again.
But lucky enough for Team Ebby, it is 2nd. Is there room to draw? Looks like there is. It's gonna be. We're gonna have to get close to that yellow guard and again close to that blue one in the house. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough port to navigate here.
very delicate shot here for Randy.
Super's not on this one. Oh, getting on it right now. Looks like they're trying to make this one curl a bit. Maybe a little bit short here, Jordan.
Not well away. We'll just plug the hole.
Should leave Team Kaloum here a hit for 2.
Yeah, hit and roll. Hit and roll even. A little buried.
Do you play aggressively here for the roll? I think you do, yeah.
I think you try you roll buried here. There's no draw right now for Team Ebby, so they're gonna have to play a run back.
So this one here looks like it could be a dead nose here. Oh, she will roll out. What do you think about the weight choice on that one? I preferably a board kind of bumper kind of guy
Weight,
personally,
yeah.
especially on shots when you know you got to stick around. I mean, there's never no wrong weight.
No, again, that's a team preference.
Yeah.
See, a lot of teams now maybe throw a little less weight at those hits, but
Yeah.
maybe it's something they felt more comfortable. The weight they felt more comfortable throwing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely what your team's seen and know where to put the broom.
What you know. So on an open hit, you could throw a 5-second peel if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Right, to hit nose.
How hard are you throwing, man? I think I'm up to about an 8-second peel myself,
yeah.
but 5 seconds.
But
holy cow.
if you wanted to, you could do that.
You could,
so
yeah.
It's
Definitely been done many times
it's
before.
Like, on that hit and roll, again, you can throw any weight at that. It's just the more weight you throw on it, the less room you have for error.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny you say that because I do remember playing Matt Dunstone last year in this event, and he was throwing a couple normal up hits for open hits. So, just like you said, a preference, what they're good at. Looks like Skip for here. Team Ebby on her first. Gonna elect to play the come around here. Seen any?
Is it the come around or is it the tap?
Yeah, I don't know actually.
Again, it's difficult to tell from this angle. It doesn't look like it's a lot of ice. Well, you did say, Reese, that this sheet is the shortest one you've played on so far.
Yeah,
this weekend,
personally, I think that's
but,
the way we felt.
it is the tap. You see Randy come out there towards those yellows.
How's the weight here?
Well, this is looking nice. Right on the nose. And right to the tee line. Morgan Ebby with a perfect tap. That's sitting a 1 without the hammer.
What determines the 4 qualifiers? Is it the winner group, 1 in each school, and the next 2 best? Yes.
I think it's cleanup time here now for Mariah. May give herself at least a shot here to score in 6. I think that's key.
Yeah, try to clear it up here. Yeah, want to give yourself a shot for 1.
Actually, Mariah herself heading off here to mixed nationals in November, I believe, all the way in Quebec.
Yes, very soon. Her, Cam DeJong, Taylor Reese-Hansen, and Alex Horvath.
Yeah. I saw that actually final there in Vancouver. It was a pretty good one. I think they
Beating Sarah Daniels in the final.
yeah, that was it. So Mariah's going to be playing cleanup here. Sweepers on this one here. Nope. Off and on. That's always a good sign. Oh, looks like
they're
oh, she
back.
is playing the run back. Oh, she
cool.
makes it
Through the hole.
Maybe from her angle, that was probably the call from the beginning, I guess.
Kind of been.
Oh my!
What a great shot by Mariah.
And that is dead buried, and I don't know how the heck you get in there. I think you got to play the same tap now.
Morgan, she just made this tap. Gotta be a little more precise here if she wants to sit shot, but I think the important thing here is at least sit second.
Yeah. Wow, what a heck of a shot there by Mariah. Feel kind of silly thinking that she was feeling that one, huh, Jordan? We're back here. 6 and 5-5 tie. Team Ebby here with her last. This one looks like it's close. So he's going, the sweepers are off and on.
This one's got a curl.
Oh, this could be a good one.
For more game.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's she on the button. Oh. Another great shot. This skips.
Putting on a clinic right now.
Clinic here. Oh, it's close.
Heck of a shot here. And
Morgan Ebby.
I don't know. Was Ebby lead for Team Slattery last year?
She was second for Team Slattery last year.
Oh, battle of the front ends here, skipping, and they're putting on a clinic here. Is there a port there, Jordan?
I think Mariah might have the same shot as her first one.
Yeah.
Shot for 3. I think it's there.
Are they sitting? Are we at yellow sitting 1 here, or are we?
It's too close to tell.
Yeah.
It's too close.
What a shot! What a pair of shots here. Mariah.
That's 3 in a row here, and Mariah looking to make it 4 in a row. Just a perfect execution by the skips.
Wish we had instant replay on this one, Jordan. That was a heck of a shot there.
Great touch as well. And now a shot for a potential 3 here for Team Coulomb. Last rock here in the 6th end.
Doesn't look like they're on this one yet.
This one's a little wider. Or maybe there's another port that we're not seeing.
Yeah.
No, she will hit the guard, and we'll wait and see to who is shot rock.
Looks like it's 1 yellow, I believe.
Maybe we'll
For the score we put up.
yeah, well, we'll go to a break, then we'll confirm once we get to the 7th end of the score. But it's a great one here on Sheet 2 in Vernon. It's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ. Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Back inside the Vernon Curling Club. It's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. Jordan Kiss with Reese Gamache. It was a score of 1 for Team Ebby in 7, so Team Coolin will still have the hammer here as we head down the other side of the sheet.
So it was yellow there, hey Jordan?
It was. Knock will come to rest on the center line. So for Team Ebby here, we're looking to force to 1 to come home tied with the hammer.
This is always one of the spots where do you play the tick, do you come around, or do you draw to the corner here?
Right now, if you're right, you play the corner. Then you could come around as well. Those are your 2 options, I feel.
I think I would probably come to the wings here personally. Being oh no, sorry, they're up 1 here. Or down 1, I
No,
believe.
they're down 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my apologies.
Well, they're gonna play a tick and roll. So a little 2-in-1 shot here. Trying to punch the other one back and just roll for a corner guard.
Actually, I guess, yeah. Sorry. You could go to the wing here for Team Colum as well. Yeah, so she is electing to play the tick, I believe, yeah.
Tick and roll.
Good to see Casey Freeman back, too, in the curling scene.
Yeah, it took a few years off to focus on school and
Yeah.
everything, and now she's back and she will slide right on by.
Yeah. That's the scenario, too. Do you find with the new broom heads these days with the directional sweep, and you think that they hit that a little bit on the outside? You think they'll get enough curl there to move it over?
You could again. A lot of it now with the head regulation. It's about just being the strongest sweeper. So it depends on who's sweeping that rock. So and it really emphasizes now the importance of working out at the gym and being as strong as you can on sweeping because if you pound that one and make it curl, and if you're strong enough sweeper, you're still able to make it move.
Yeah, you definitely still see a lot of the one sweepers now, which was revolutionized a couple years ago there when they.
You see a lot of teams now on the hits, so they'll maybe just use the one sweeper to keep it straight.
Speak about curling, it's revolutionizing at a very fast pace now. Lots of things have changed over the last couple of years. It's tough to keep up with, but it sounds like they finally found a sweet spot with the right broom heads here and taking away the hair brooms and
there's also the debate between 8 ends and 10 ends at the national and world level events.
I like the 8 ends, Jordan, just because it kind of takes away some of the opportunity to blank a few. You don't really want to blank too many in 8 end games, even if you have hammer. And I like the 5 rock rule. I was against it at first, but I think it's been a lot of fun. Looks like
this rock by Casey
going low.
Fly by again. Now another one they're talking about now is kind of the ticks. How that's been a these are so good now they're making the ticks like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So there's maybe a rule of I was talking about to Dave Merlinger about this yesterday, and like the rule of if it rocks on a center line, you're not allowed to tick it.
Oh, you're kidding, eh?
And that's again maybe more for the entertainment value of the game, especially when it comes down to the last end. And maybe even again for the teams down, like the 5 rock rule did, allow teams down in the last end to have a chance to come back.
Interesting. I didn't hear that. That'll be new.
It's in consideration. There's a lot of good things and bad things about it. So.
Personally, yeah, I mean, I'm for whatever helps the game grow, but I do like making ticks. I think it's an exciting part for a lead. They don't really get to make too many hero shots, and sometimes a tick in the 8th end could make you feel like a hero. So we'll see how that one plays out. But I kind of hope personally they keep the tick alive, but we'll see. But looks like Mariah might have to change gears here. Not necessarily a great setup here, but still room to work with. She's got hit and roll she could play here. You could still peel. I mean, force the other team to throw the same guard there multiple times. It's not easy to do. What do you think, Jordan? I think
you try the peel because team maybe has to make a perfect guard here.
Yeah, I agree too. I don't think you should divert from your idea of initially. I'm assuming they wanted to blank this end, so
in this situation, I think you would like to blank this and have the hammer coming home for Team Coolum.
Yeah, I agree. I would. This is where you hope you have your timeouts with your coach and see. But Mariah's no stranger to the game. She's been around a long time, so she's
been skipping it a long time as well. Had a good junior career.
She's got a plan here, so she's gonna go on the offensive side. Not wrong. If you can take a 2-ball here, that's good too. Sierra here. Looks like she is going to almost get the roll there. Close.
She'll roll a little further in. Still an accessible rock for Team Edby. Of course, it's the second event on the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. The official hotel of Curl BC, where Curl BC members can use this corporate ID code. Write this down, put it in your phone, do what you need to do. It's a 0150-4820, and you use that code when you book a room with Best Western. You can receive discounted rates up to 19%. And you can do this online or by calling Best Western Hotels at 1-800-WESTERN. Nice, they will hit their yellow, and they'll move the blue one a little further behind the guard. So a chance for Team Coolum here to sit 2 buried on the center line.
Lefty here for Sierra. I don't see too many lefties in curling now. I curl with Jeff Richard, who's my skip.
Yeah.
He's a lefty.
I'm a lefty as well.
Jordan, you're a lefty?
Lefty. Dana Ferguson for Team Carey's a lefty. Sierra's
true.
a lefty. Tyler Tardy's a lefty.
Oh my god, there's a lot of
Mark
lefties.
Kennedy. There's a lot more than you think.
Clearly, I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, it really is. It's really... You don't notice the left-handed curlers.
You really don't.
You don't. Even for me as a lefty, I don't really notice it sometimes. And I think every time I see a left-handed curler, I'm like, it looks weird watching it.
Yeah.
It really does. You're so used to the right-handed.
Do you find sometimes in the hack being a lefty, you see you rock a little bit better than a righty?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can see, because the way you set up, you're on a different side of the sheet, right? So maybe a rock that a right-handed curler can't see, a lefty might be able to see, like half of it, and it's vice versa too, right?
Yeah.
So
here's actually a really fun curling fact for everybody listening that I learned yesterday. I apologize for Tom, as I might get his name, but Tom Spitska, I believe. He's the first and only player to go to a Brier as a right-hander and a left-hander. Actual Tim Hortons Brier. He started off as a right-hander, got in an injury, had to force his game to his left foot, and actually made it to the Brier again as a left-hander. Pretty cool fact,
Tom Shapika.
Yeah, Shapika,
yes.
yeah.
He played with your skip Jeff Richard in the Brier in 2010.
Yeah, and then he went back as a lefty, I believe.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's a really cool fact, actually. Learned that last night. Back in our game here, though, looks like the blank is alive here for Mariah.
Yeah, as Randy Lidward did make the double.
No. There is technical.
Right on the nose here. Yeah, it was quite an interesting fact. I don't know if I could switch. I did. Did teach myself how to sweep on the opposite side close, which
Yeah, and that's hard enough, isn't it?
yeah, it was a challenge. I don't know if I'm any good at it, but I like to think so, so I stick on that side.
You know, sometimes I'll do it in practice, try for fun, throw the opposite hand, but
Exactly.
it takes a lot of work
I imagine so.
to be to the level that I am on the left side on the right side. Right? So it's, I don't feel it's worth the time.
Yeah. Speaking about work here, and 2 ends to play, and this one's a tight one here.
This one needs to curl right now for Team Ebby, and they will hit and roll out.
So,
Now, decision here for Mariah. She could peel and keep the blank in play, or she could also come around and try for her 2.
she is going to come around. Wow, I would have bet you dinner that she was going to peel, but I think I would have lost.
Yeah, like
She's going offensive on this one.
yeah, she's going for her 2. Again, it's another preference call. Maybe they
Just
feel
gonna
better,
say.
maybe up 1 without the down 1 with.
But if you ask 100 curlers, you'd probably get a 50-50 split on who'd
Yeah.
rather be 1 up with or
Yeah.
down 1. I think the statistic shows being down or up 1 with is still a higher winning percentage, if I'm not mistaken.
Or up, you mean up 1?
Up 1, yeah, without, yeah.
Yeah.
So this one looks like it's going to be sliding a little deep here.
We do have another final as Team Cotter defeated a Team Caldwell. We're on sheet 6. Cotter is 3-1. They have their final round robin game.
I believe we play Caldwell tonight, actually. We'll be
Yeah, so you'll be our feature game here on sheet 1.
perfect. Hopefully you get my good side on that one, Jordan.
And that'll be happening at 8 o'clock.
So this is a fun scenario here. So you got one back 8. You could hit, you could come around. That's what's fun about curling. You just, there's some chances here. I don't know. What would you do here, Jordan? I think I might be tempted to make the come around here.
It's definitely tempting to play the draw. I think hit here, just the safe call.
Yeah.
Like, of course, if you are Team Ebby, you don't have the hammer in this situation. So
Correct. Yeah.
if you don't make that draw perfect, you're gonna bring 2, maybe even 3 into play right
True.
now. So
Looks like it's partly buried though. This is not a gimme. She's gonna have to throw, good weight here to get the curl. Sweepers are not on this early, so that's not a bad sign. Trying to make a curl here.
this one's wide.
Is it gonna tick?
Oh no, it's gonna go right on by, and a big chance here for
The old Christmas
Team
tree.
Coulomb. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can just show her a piece here on a Christmas tree, you're probably guaranteed your deuce, and maybe you can get lucky and get a 3-ball here.
Looking to sit top 4 here. Now you sit top 4 team, maybe we'll probably free zone it. Then you're gonna have a draw to the 4-foot for your 2.
Yeah, I think so as well. Unless she leaves herself an open one to pick, maybe, and give them the deuce and be up. But one of those
you
perfect
see
things.
if it's partially open, you might see Team Abby just play a hit on it and give up the 2.
Yeah. Which in the 5-rock rule is almost like giving up a 1 nowadays, so it's not bad here. So Mariah with her first. Change up the camera angle here, give you guys a better view.
There we go.
There we go. This one looks to be a little...
Heavy and wide. We saw Mariah in the 5th end be a little wide in this spot. This is heavy.
Needs to sit. Needs to sit. Randy's got it there to the back 12.
Back
so
12, not a bad spot. 'Cause it's the
kind of a
double
teaser.
might be there.
yeah, it's a teaser actually.
Could be there. You could hit and roll on top of it and sit 1. Or they're going for the straight draw here.
This is this is putting the pressure on right now. From our side, of course, it's tough for us to see how much the rocks are buried.
And then another final to announce. Team Kovaleva defeats Team Thompson. Kovaleva will go through the round robin undefeated, the defending champions here on the website, the Prestige Hotel and Resort Curling Classic.
Might find them becoming members here at Vernon. The way they're playing at this ice, you might even see them changing over to BC.
Oh.
Just kidding. That probably won't happen.
No, I don't think that's gonna.
I think Russia's a pretty nice place to live.
Yeah.
Vernon's not bad. Lots of good. Everybody's friendly here.
Great job. The club has done a great job hosting everybody here.
Yes, all the volunteers.
Dave, all the volunteers. Dave Berklinger, everybody from the ticket sales to the bar and everybody in between. It's been a great weekend here so far.
Tight security here on the ticket booth. I had to show my curling bag to let them know I actually curled here. Almost had to pay the price, the full toll, but it's tough when you're not celebrities here, like
Jim Cotter.
Yeah, Jim Cotter, and even the Vernon favorites here, Abby and stuff like that.
Every team Slattery. So big draw here for Morgan Abbey.
Doesn't look heavy. Sweepers are on this one.
Well, they're on and off it. Just trying to make this one curl right now.
Line's looking pretty good. She might have herself
She has the back one to use as well. So this is.
Looks like that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we'll come to the rest. The back of the button, but it is open. And there is a shot for 3 here for Mariah Coulomb.
She's quick to get to the hack there, licking her lips. It must be right in her wheelhouse. Nice little hack waiter back line kind of thing.
Yeah, just at least make this yellow one go away and you're getting 2.
That kind of nice. What do you think, Jordan? About a hack waiter kind of thing?
Yeah, hack weight. Hack to back line, I think should be good. Even board weight, I think you can get away with.
Yeah, lots of room to roll to, so lots of the house. Wasn't a bad shot. She just couldn't get the curl there for a skip there on Team Ebby.
Sweepers haven't touched this one yet, making it curl. One looks wide.
Trying her best here to make this move as much as she can.
Is she gonna hit it? Oh, she'll go right on by, and it'll be a steal of 1 here for Team Ebby. They'll take a 2-point lead and then to the final end here in Vernon. Back here inside the Vernon Curling Club, it's the Prestige Hotels and Resort Curling Classic. Over here on sheet 2, Team Ebby up 2 without the hammer here in the final end.
Probably see a pretty similar setup to a top 4 corner, top 8 corner kind of deal here.
Jordan Kiss alongside Reese Gamache here. And our 3rd draw of the day out of 4. Final round robin draw goes to the night playoffs taking place tomorrow.
Just the last draw for the women's, Jordan?
There is still one more draw tonight. There's a couple. There's still some seeding to be decided for playoffs. So there's a big one. Team Yench versus Team Brown. I think that's for first place in the pool. So the winner of that one will get an automatic spot in the playoffs.
Oh, fantastic. That'll be a good one.
So Team Ebby here, they did come up short of the rings. And now the corner guard here for
Sweepers gotta go.
Gotta get it over.
Come on, ladies. So pushing it through. Looks like they are just gonna get it over.
the last game of the round robin for these two teams. Team Abbey needs a win here to give themselves a chance at making the playoffs. So they are 2-2 right now. Team Coolum still looking for their first win here this weekend.
Looking to play spoiler in this game here. It's always nice to end a tournament with a win, though. Something you can build off when you go into the next tournament. I believe Team Coolum is in Abbotsford next week, but I don't think Team Abbey is coming to join the fun.
No, they're staying here in the Okanagan. I believe their next event will be Kamloops.
Kamloops, that'll be a good one.
Curling.
Yeah. This bill's been around for a while. Selecting to come around here, top 4. Ideally, if you can bite a piece of the button, that's as good as it gets. This one looks like it's also going to come up a little light here.
Well, kind of slight angler on their own there, so if a Team Coolum can get one behind there, it'll be very hard to get at right now for Team Abbey, but they could go around the center guard here, but maybe throw a second corner guard because that one is so high right now, it's not going to do you much.
I agree, yeah.
But Mariah sees an opportunity here to go around the center.
It's a little surprised, though, to see Team Abbey not peel their center that they threw there. Although it is a 5-rock rule, you are allowed to peel your own guard, of course. Up to. Sometimes it's always a good choice. It's called the
peel of shame.
The peel of shame, exactly.
You've thrown many of those
I've
in
thrown
your day,
a few in my life.
life.
I'm not proud to admit, but I've thrown maybe a couple in my life.
As this rock is heavy and through.
Just got caught in the spot there. Yeah. Same scenario here too. It looks like Ebby is going to go on the offense as well. Yeah, the peel of shame. So switching gears here, looking to be offensive.
Yeah, you'll see some teams right now, just keep things open and try to less guards out. But again,
Preference.
up 2 without hammer.
I'd be running and peeling those guards personally, Jordan, but I'm not a skip, but I would see myself doing that. This could be a spot here where maybe it's just slick. That's back to back there of a couple rocks going through.
Yeah, there might have maybe something out there. So lucky break there for Team Coolum, and as Sierra Fisher looks to play the come around, who can make this one first?
And with Bel Air Direct, insurance does include rocks going through the house, so that is a given. So still in a good spot here from Raya. She's got the guard she needs to play with. To get a good one here, it's game on.
Again, this one's hanging out there. Speed's a little better, but just wide.
Yeah, you're gonna have to carve this as much as you can. Well, the weight was perfect. Yeah, just it's a tricky spot on that sheet. I'll tell you, man. We were having the same issue. A little tricky on some of the outturns there.
Yeah, that side of the sheet's been giving the teams problems, even going the other way. You've seen Ryan miss a couple shots on that side. So
yeah, that's correct. And even the last rock for Team Abbey there, her rock not finishing up.
So a hit and roll here. Kristen Little.
Looking to get this to curl a little bit. Could be on the good shot. Yeah.
Sure, will roll a little bit towards the forefoot, but still available here for Mariah and Sierra to hit and roll again behind.
I still love drawing here personally. I know that rock's in that spot, but I would be, I think I'd still be playing the come around here. So tough to make hit and rolls, and nowadays, I mean, you gotta be so precise. These rocks are so lively.
No, it was one of the hardest shots to make.
Yeah.
So much precision required. You got to throw the right weight. You have to hit it in the right spot. Plus, you need good communication between the sweepers and the person in the house to let know what the weight is, so the person in the house knows where to hit the rock.
Exactly. It looks like Sam's going to prove us wrong with a perfect hit and roll there.
Sierra Fisher, a great shot. Wrong Fisher.
Wrong Fisher. Too many Fishers. What a shot there. That is a game changer right there.
A huge one. Of course, those guards are staggered a little bit for Team Abbey, so I don't think they can get it straight back.
I don't think so either. I think this is going to have to at least take 2 rocks to get to that blue one.
I think it's popping out a little bit on the left side so they can play a hit at it. So we're now on to third stones here.
Looking to get this one to move as well. She on the front. No.
Oh, now they're sweeping it for line. Or do they over?
Whoa, just gets that by.
Great shot by Randy Ludwire. And
is it going to get there? That's a good shot, yeah.
it looks like it is. Yellow sitting one at the top 8 foot, as Mariah indicates. So it does look like there's still a hit and roll. She can see enough of it.
I think these skip sides nowadays are getting way too good where they're asking it to curl and just getting by guards by like a hair. I know we like to play our rocks close to it sometimes, and you're just getting by, and you.
And that's what the directional sweeping has done to it. It's added another element to the line calls. You sweep it to curl, and you have to make sure that you don't sweep it too much that you eventually over curl and lose the line. So
it looks like they're electing to kind of. They're getting a bye here. The girls might have a bye. Oh, we got back to back.
They won't jam.
What a shot.
They will still sit in the open, leaving Team Abbey to play a double.
And that's where you actually seen, a lot of the women's sweeping involved here. It's getting great now. Like these girls teams now and women's teams or junior teams as well are just absolutely carrying it just as well as the men's teams as well when it comes to their line. That was a heck of a sweep. Get that one by.
It looks like the double is the call here, I would assume.
If the doubles is made here, I think she will be rolling wide, and you'll still have that come around. I don't think you can. You can nose that to get the double. Maybe you can, Jordan?
I think maybe just a hair off on the outside. It's going to be close. She'll hit the one, and Randy Ludwire, 2 great shots here in the 8th end as the 2 blues go, and with 3 rocks left, and Team Coolum needing 2 to force an extra. It's pressure time now as she's going to ask for the come around for Madison Marlowe.
Good shot. Back-to-back pistols by Randy there. Still not out of the woods yet. Could still make 2 good ones here and potentially a third. This line looks a little better than the last one here. Sweepers on this. They drag it here.
Gotta get it by the guards. Are they? They will not.
Roll it in there. No. Okay.
Well, they will sit there on the 12 foot, but now Team Coolum needs their final 2 rocks to count. And for Team Abbey here, I think you played the come around.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that blue one right now. You're not. For Team Abbey, you're not losing this game the way the rocks are sitting, unless you bump that blue one in.
Exactly, and even also is trying to block in Mariah's draw pass. So I mean, getting rid of that, you'll give her a shot maybe on her next. I think I would agree with you, Jordan. I think I would probably.
Yeah. Well,
not
this
the
isn't
worst.
a bad call here. If you hit nose, then you have control of the front of the house. There, and then Mariah doesn't really have anywhere to hide because you'll be able to run back, your rock.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if I was, I would nose that, roll in, or play the draw. I guess, really, that's not, you're just going to leave her the straight tap there. Yeah, nosing that blue's not the worst, actually.
That's good. Again, you could come in as well. That's another good shot.
Only thing about potentially coming in is if you ever come back for there and leave them on the freeze there, it could be a little bit of trouble. But Team Ebby here, it looks like they have their draw weight all throughout the game that we've tuned in here, so I don't think that's an issue. It looks
Looks like that's going to be the college to come in here.
You think being a second last year they'd be throwing the hits, but it looks like Evie's totally tuned into skip mode here, and she's going to be throwing the cold draw.
Now, in the game this morning, on our feature game, she did make a draw to the side of the button to win.
Oh, wow.
So, she has the draw weight in her back pocket. So we're now on to skip rocks here in the 8th end. Team Coolin with the hammer needs 2, but for Team Ebby right now, a chance to sit one buried and really put the pressure on Mariah.
Right, of course, though, even if this draw is made, she will have that angle raise. Definitely never an easy shot, but
that still there.
it's always a good sign when your skip's got a draw weight.
Yeah, when a skip has draw weight, does so much for the team in terms of confidence-wise.
Oh, yeah. You can play an aggressive game, knowing that you can draw the forefoot to eliminate anything if you're ever in trouble, so... As you just mentioned, she drew side foot for the win there, or side four for the win. This one looks by, yeah.
It's by. It's
Good
going to make
shot.
a curl now. Now it's got to sit, if anything.
So it's pretty good. She looks like she has got that draw weight down to its science.
Now for Team Coolum here. A little tap. I think all you can do right now is just play a little tap on the nose.
This is one of the ones I think I would look at. Maybe a hack waiter kind of deal.
Yeah, try to roll
take the
behind
line out of play.
Because the issue I have here, if you do play the tap and yellow is still shot, and you're kind of buried, Team Ebby can just peel out that blue one there, and you're not going to have much to score your 2, because you're going to have to make a really difficult shot that might not even be there.
Exactly.
I think it's a lot of it depends on where this blue one ends up.
Yep, I agree. I think you must be sitting. You have to sit shot here. I think for Mariah in this case. I don't think she's got much of a setup on her next one if she doesn't get shot here. So. Electing to play a backline kind of weight here, so. Looks like this is gonna make contact. Maybe roll the other way here.
She will roll behind the blue one, and
That's
she
not
is
bad.
shot stone. That's a good shot there by Mariah Coolum.
I think she's buried too, eh?
I think she is.
Right, giving herself a chance here to tie it up here in A. Force an extra.
For Team Ebby here, I don't know if that draws there through the port. I think that yellow one right on the center line here is in the way.
Yeah, I agree. Come top 8, yeah, it's tough for her to get in there for 2. That's for sure.
You can even play the same shot, I think, if you're Team Ebby here. You know, come around those center guards on the forefoot.
Well, if you play the team same shot though, it looked like it was open. Doesn't Mariah hit that for nose then for her dues?
Well, I was saying that you bury it more, right? And so
Agreed. Sorry.
You're not gonna put it. Let's put it right in the forefoot where she can hit it for 2.
Yeah, let's go to an extra here.
Jeez.
Yeah, top 8's good too, because then ideally
top 8. Then she's gonna have to play a double.
Yeah.
And again, there's not a lot of room between those 2 rocks, so.
But you're right. If she can ever get buried there and full forefoot, that's
then Mariah would probably just have that slash.
Yeah. So it looks like that's what they're going with.
Yeah. The good news here for Team Coolum is that they will have a shot for their 2. I think even if you put it at top 8, there should be a double of some sorts. Maybe even tap this blue one up here.
Yeah, that's always there.
So last rock for Team Ebby here. In the 8th end without the hammer.
Draw weight's been deadly all the game, so this is gonna be close. I could bet on
Yeah,
it.
they just played this, so they know the weight, they know the line.
Sweepers are indicating it might be a little heavy here.
Yes. It's on the blue one right now. But it won't tap it in, so we'll block the center a little bit.
So it's going to be a draw for the tie here.
Mariah's going to elect to come through the port. Needs a piece of the 4 for an extra end.
Very assertive with her skip kind of setup, I guess. She's very confident where she puts broom, gets down there, ready to throw the rock. Sometimes you'll see some skips really kind of take their time and visualize it, but
big draw here.
this is what pays the big bucks here.
Draw to the 4 foot for the tie and for an extra end.
Sweepers are on it, keeping it clean here. She has to be at least full 4 foot. Full 4 foot.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
Line's fine. I gotta get there for weight.
They're gonna get there. She's gotta sweep it. Here they go. They
They're
get it by.
They're gonna get it by.
They're gonna get it by.
There.
And it's
And
gonna
a
be a
great
drop
shot
for
by
two.
Team Coulomb. They will force the extra end. And we will have the 9th end coming up right here in Vernon after this.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh, I'm saving money. Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Back here inside the Vernon Curling Club, it's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. Jordan Kiss and Reese Gamache with you for the extra end here between Team Coulomb and Team Ebby. There's a draw for 2 through the port for Team Coulomb to force this 9th end, and Team Ebby will have the last rock here. And Casey Freeman will start us off here for Team Coulomb.
Looking to redeem herself there from the 8th end here with a couple, maybe a 1-3 guard.
Yep.
1-3 being zones, of course, there.
1 just over the hog line, 3
Yeah.
kind of being a little tight to the house.
Yeah. Looks like she is going to be in the
Kind of in the midway, 3, 2.
good spot. It's not a bad
It's still
spot.
good. It is a guard, which is what you want.
Yeah.
And Team Abby is going to ask for the tick here. It's Melissa Webster, the lead.
Here we go. This is always the fun shots. What's your preference when you're playing the ticks? Me being a lead, I like to always come across the rock rather than into it.
That's usually what I like to throw.
I think the reason for me for that one is just because even if you nose it in, not necessarily the worst,
Yeah.
not necessarily the best, but more room to play with, I think. Where this one, you gotta be a little bit more precise.
And also, when you come across the face, it kind of takes some of the speed off the rock you hit as well. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Very true. I mean, a lot of people like coming into it because if they miss wide, then at least you're guaranteed for it not to be a guard. But I kind of don't like that. I kind of like making sure I make it. It looks like she's actually got a good one here.
All right, yeah, but great shot
Great
there by
shot.
Melissa.
Yeah.
And Casey will just have to put another one up.
Up for the same spot. and make the opposing lead throw the same tick if they can again. And best thing about this as well too, I mean, you do leave some corner guards, so some stuff to kind of peel into.
And we have another final over on a sheet for Team Giel defeats Team Longworth. Team Giel will now go to 2-2, and on the men's side, 10 teams, 4 spots up for grabs. It's a very close one. And of course, your team, Reese, you guys are 2-1.
Yeah.
Huge game in your next one.
Yeah.
Will be our feature game at 8 o'clock.
Should be a good one.
Oh well.
Yeah. Playing the home team favorite junior team, I believe.
So that's something to look forward to. But we still have a really exciting one here. There's another center guard there was thrown by Casey.
This is a game changer. It's always exciting when they make 2 ticks here. It's one of those things where you wonder if the fans are cheering for the tick not to be made so that there's lots of options.
You're like one of the only people that have heard that are excited for a team to make a tick.
Looks like she's got a pretty close one here again.
Yeah, the sweepers are on and off it.
That's a pistol.
We'll
That is about as good as it gets. Wow, great 2 shots there by Webster's.
Yeah, Melissa Webster.
Great shots.
So, right now,
Still stuff to play with.
yeah. Still got some guards here for on the wings for Team Coolum, but right now, just make your center guards. I'm hoping for a missed peel.
Yeah. Or jam too. We had a couple of those
Yeah.
in our game the other night.
Of course, with those rocks on the wings, it does leave less room for you to peel a rock. So you want these ones halfway, even tighter guards now, just to make those peels easier to jam.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a tough one actually. It's gonna be pretty tough. You might see her actually hit that outside blue one, maybe roll into the center there. That's what happened to us again, Team Cotter there. We got extremely fortunate to get a couple of roll-ins from some peels, or some peels going into other guards. Tongue twister.
Christina Little, a second for Team Ebby.
Supers are on this one to hold it.
And there's the
There you
jam
go.
Team Coolum is hoping for.
Yeah. Do you like throwing another guard here?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
throwing another guard. It is very high, so throwing, straight to the rings here. Even if you're in, that's fine, right?
Yeah. I think ideally line is probably most critical here.
Yeah.
Of course you don't want to.
Yeah, I think no matter where Team Coolum puts this one, Team Ebby will peel their own.
Yeah. Hopefully don't leave an angle for a double. That's always a win. When sucks the wind out of you when the opposing team makes those beautiful double peels. Sweepers, this looks pretty good. Sweepers are on and off it. This one looks really good. Finish it off here. This looks like a pretty good guy.
Drag it as deep as they can. Great
shot.
shot there from Sierra.
Game on. This is
Yeah.
This is a scenario that's exciting for everybody to watch. Of course, obviously, depending on the team you're rooting for here. I'm rooting for good shots. I don't know about you, Jordan.
Yeah, no, this is great. This has been one of the best games we've done all weekend here. Of course, Team Ebby was one of my favorite games this morning. It was fantastic the last 3 ends. Tons of rocks in play. It was really exciting to call.
Good. Sounds like I'm a good luck charm for good games. Looks
Yeah.
like Crow BC will have to bring me back on board as your co-host, Adrian.
Yeah, you might have to. Well, Sutton, if you're listening. As that will go right on by here for Team Ebby. And
So this is
an advantage here for Team Coolum.
yeah. This is where you want to make it as good as you can get. She's top 4, which is perfect. Biting a little bit of button is good. You don't want to necessarily be right on the button. You don't want to leave a lot of room for a tap.
The top 4 here and on to third rocks. Madison Marlowe.
You know you got to make this one good though with Ebby having her draw weight in her back pocket. You want to make sure that you make it as tough for her as possible. Right now things are looking tough, but One good shot and can change around. This one looks to be a little...
It's a little wide, but they will hit and roll in.
Okay.
Second shot at the top of the 12 foot. And he's still a good result.
Yeah, acts as another guard in a way.
Yeah, it does. So, again with this peel, very easy to jam it on these blue ones over here. And they will clear the top one off, but full control of the front of the house right now for Team Coulomb. Chance to draw here.
We're on thirds last year, I believe.
Yeah, last down for Madison here for her team. So we're down to the final 6 rocks in the next round.
Spurs on this one. Hold the line here. They've been busy last couple ends. This one looks pretty darn good. She gets by the next one here. Looks like they're going to just get it by. Can they bring it all the way to the 4 foot? That's a heck of a shot. Not bad at all.
Great shot there.
Definitely still in cleanup mode here for Team Ebby. Got to give herself a shot to the 4 foot, whether it's to the wing or not. Looking maybe here to peel a couple if you can. So Brandy's bringing the heat here. Might get a couple of them to go.
Now get one,
She
and
will
they'll
pick
get
it
2.
off. Good shot by Randy.
Now down to skip rocks here in the 9th. Another chance for Team Coulomb to play the draw and steal their way to a victory.
So same shot here for Mariah. Top 4. Still advantage Mariah, I think so, in this scenario. 2 guards.
Oh, big draw here.
Showing off a draw from the last end there, so this will be in the ballpark. Supers are on this one early. Like the line is not gonna quite get there. She looks like she might be a little
again,
short.
This side giving issues for Mariah in this game.
It's a good thing it slid there where it did, because you never want to leave that high and give Team Ebby a double.
Yeah, it is Mariah. Yeah, Team Coulomb is sitting 2. I think there still is a double here for Team Ebby.
It looks that way.
Hit
Yeah.
the one on the right first.
And I think you could probably see Mariah potentially either, depending where the shooter sticks, either tapping maybe the one on the right there,
Yeah,
or
and the draw still might be there as well.
yeah. Yeah, the guard looks good enough to come around where she won't have a easy tap or anything like that. So we'll see what happens here. This could be potentially her first hit in a while here, so we would call throwing a hit recently. Close. Sweepers are on it.
Gonna be the one on the left first, and they'll roll out. miscommunication there. But another chance here for Mariah to draw in. She is sitting 1, but it is open, so needs to be in the house here. We'll see if she's figured out this spot that's been giving her issues since we've joined on the sheet.
It looked pretty close in the last one. Maybe
Yeah, just a
hair
little
few.
more away and thinking a
Yeah.
little less ice.
Yeah. Yeah, Supers were on that all the way, weren't they?
So last shot here for Mariah here in end number 9.
In an extra. Tied up 7-7. Sweepers are not on this.
Throw them more away. Is this one heavy?
Randy's getting ready to sweep. This looks to be...
Needs to be second shot at least.
It's
And it
just-
will sit second. So a draw out of the 8-foot here for Team Ebby. Shot for the win.
A chance to make it to the quarter, or make it to the qualifying round.
Yeah, maybe, depending on how other things sort out. Still another draw left to go here.
So, full 8 foot is all she needs here for the win.
So we had a draw for a winner in a game this morning. Looking to do the same thing here. To go 3-2 and through the round robin.
Does have a little bit of backing to work with, I think, if she does come deep.
Yeah, she does come deep. She can sit on that blue one and still win the game.
She's off here. Screws are on it. Off and on. Looks like they're going hard on this one now. Girls have to go on this one, it looks like. Randy out there to help out. They've got to drag it here to the 8-foot Jordan. Is she going to get it there?
They're going to get it there.
With ease. Looks like she's got
Again,
it
Ebby with another great shot. The hometown team picking up the victory here in the extra end. They'll go to 3-2 to finish all the round robin. Team Coolum a disappointing 0-5. And there is handshakes again over on sheet number 4. I believe Team Work took 3 in 8 to win. I'm not 100% sure. Now we're going to try here to bring you the conclusion of Sheet 7 as Kelsey Rock versus Team Slattery. They're on to Skip Rocks in the 8th end.
What happened on this sheet here?
There you
So
go.
Sarah Work did get 3 in the 8th end to defeat Team Richards. Work will go to 4-1. Richards 3-2. And Kelsey Rock is up 5-3 over Team Slattery in the 7th end.
We have our camera guy here adjusting.
Trying to move our camera as quickly as possible to bring you over to
Yes.
Sheet 7.
He's on the run.
Yes, he will go to the
Whoever's 4-1. No, she's not.
Oops, it's the wrong way. Sorry, people.
New sport, up down curling, upside down curling.
Yeah. There we go. Looking a little better here. Team Slattery down 2. They are sitting 2 now for Kelsey Rock. She has a hit, just a hit for the win here. Just needs to make a blue go away.
I believe Kelsey has a chance here to go undefeated herself.
Yes.
5-0 in the round robin.
Kelsey Rock, a 2-time Canadian junior and 2-time world junior champion.
Out of Alberta here. The last here. Sweepers are keeping this one clean.
Just gotta make the blue go away.
Yep. It looks like they're gonna do just that.
And Team Rock will pick up the victory and they will clinch a spot in the playoffs. And that will do it for this draw here, draw number 9. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. We'll be back again here at 8 o'clock. It'll be Reese Gamache on the ice with the Team Richard as they take on Team Caldwell. Thank you, Reese, for joining us here this afternoon.
Thank you, Jordan, for having me. Great fun.
Yeah, again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We'll be back again at 8 o'clock. My name is Jordan Kiss. We'll talk to you again very soon.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ. Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money. Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.